Mary Ellen Pleasant was a Black American entrepreneur, financier, real estate magnate and abolitionist. She was arguably the first female self-made millionaire, preceding Madam C. J. Walker by decades. Born August 19, 1814. She identified herself as a capitalist by profession in the 1890 United States Census. Her aim was to earn as much money as she was able to help as many people as she could. With her riches she was able to provide transportation, housing, and food for survival. She trained people how to stay safe, succeed, carry themselves, and more. The one-woman social agency served African Americans before and during the Civil War, as well as meeting a different set of needs after emancipation. After the Civil War, she won several civil rights victories that resulted in her being called the Mother of Human Rights in California. She married James Smith in Boston in the 1840s. Her husband was an abolitionist and together they helped people who had been enslaved make it north to freedom in Nova Scotia via the Underground Railroad. She left San Francisco from 1857 to 1859 to help John Brown. She was said to have actively supported his cause with money and work. When the abolitionist John Brown was hanged on December 2, 1859, for murder and treason, a note found in his pocket read, "The axe is laid at the foot of the tree. When the first blow is struck, there will be more money to help." Officials most likely believed it was written by a wealthy Northerner who had helped fund Brown's attempt to incite and arm an enormous slave uprising by taking over an arsenal at Harper's Ferry in Virginia. No one suspected that the note was written by Pleasant. Pleasant was quoted as saying, "Before I pass away, I wish to clear the identity of the party who furnished John Brown with most of his money to start the fight at Harper's Ferry and who signed the letter found on him when he was arrested." The sum she donated was $30,000, equivalent to $1,049,889 in 2024. She has said that it was the most important and significant act of her life. She returned to San Francisco to continue her work there, where she was known as the Black City Hall. She established boarding houses, a string of laundries, and brothels. She was a co-founder of the Bank of California and she established several restaurants. Her investments and businesses made her $30 million, equivalent to $859 million in 2024. Realizing that she was in a tenuous position as a Black woman who had gained political and financial power, she sought ways to blend into the culture of the times. She portrayed herself as a housekeeper and a cook, long after she was wealthy, but she used these roles to get to know wealthy citizens and gain information for her investments. In the 1870s, she made the acquaintance of Thomas Bell, a wealthy banker and capitalist, which helped her make money and keep her riches and true financial status a secret. She spent her money, and developed the plans, to build a large mansion that outwardly was to seem as if it was the Bells' residence. She assumed the role of housekeeper for the Bells, but it was not a secret in the city that she actually ran the household, managed the servants, and also managed the relationships among the Bells. She lived the last 20 years of her life in a 30-room mansion that spanned 2 San Francisco city blocks. In 1880, she had 15 people living in her house. She died there on January 11, 1904 and was interred at Tulaque Cemetery in Napa, California. Her gravesite is marked with a metal sculpture and the site was dedicated on June 11, 2011 and her gravestone contains the words, "She was a friend of John Brown," as she had requested before her death. Her former mansion was demolished and has been replaced by the Mary Ellen Pleasant Memorial Park.